Hey guys, welcome to Picksburgh, and you're joining us for ECOM and Beyond. Today we have a very special guest, one of my favorite people on YouTube, and just one of the best human beings I've met while doing this in the community. We have Todd The Flippin Hustler.
Morning, guys. How you doing?
Also, we have obviously my co-host Nate. Every day I'm hustling's here.
How you guys doing?
I just want to take a minute just to welcome everybody in chat. First person we have is Steven Scroggins. Steven, man, you've been number one for the past several days, man. You're in it to win it this month. We have them Flitting Crooters. What's up, Rebecca? Good to see you. Glad you're here. BK Venting and Flipping. What's going on, Matt? Good to see you, buddy. Alexis, how you doing? She said she rescheduled her premiere so that she could be here to see you, Todd.
Oh, Alexis, I appreciate that. I was her first subscriber.
That's awesome.
Yeah, she's good people.
Yeah, she is awesome. Hip Flippin' Mama's in the house. What's going on, Kelly? She's hanging out with her mom. She said she'll be in and out of the chat. Tell Hip Flippin', would that be Hip Flippin' Grandma? Since you're Hip Flippin' Mama? Tell Hip Flippin' Grandma I said hello. Who else is with us? Lisa C's having her morning coffee in a Flippin' Hustler mug. What better way to have it? Kelly, the Ecom Mom Ward, good morning to you. Michelle Lathan, how are you? I've seen you in a couple chats now. Glad you're here with us. We have Wendy in the house. What's going on, Wendy? Shane's in the house. Good morning, Shane. Good to see you, bud. Caffeinated Christy, what's going on? No Money G, good morning. Thrifty Yesme, good to see you. Glad you're here today. Reselling Addicts in the house. What's going on, Jenny and Jeff? Hope you're feeling okay today, Jenny. Been praying for you. If it's cool with you, I'll pray for you in a Bible study later today. Anybody's interested in being a part of that, it's on my other channel, Flippin' Hope. You can feel free to look in the description down below. I always have a link to it. It's at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Moronic Pest, good morning. Jennifer Hayes, good morning. I've seen you in other chats today, too. Diane Matthews, good morning. Eric Bischoff, what's up, my man? Good to see you. Bluegrass Picker, what's going on, Anthony? Good to see you, my man. Amy Marsden, good to see you. Amy's coming on Friday. Looking forward to having you.
Yep.
There's a few people in the chat here that need wrenches. I'm going to throw a few out. There's one for you, Amy. I'll get more as we keep going. Who else is with us? If I missed anybody, just feel free to yell at me and I'll say hello. But yeah, I'm glad everybody's here today. And I'm really excited to have Todd here and just to get to pick his brain and really just hear his heart.
Sounds good. Yeah, thanks for having me. You know, it was really neat that you reached out last night and said, hey, Todd, would you like to go on our show sometime? And I thought, you know what? There is no time like now. And when can we go on as soon as possible? So here we are. And my wife said, you know, today's New Year's Eve. I said, really? I thought that was tomorrow. Okay, so what better way to end the year than live with you guys?
Absolutely.
I haven't been on a panel in a long time. I tend to steer away from them because I just do, you know.
Yeah.
I always say I'm an island. You know, maybe it's because I'm so far north and I'm in the middle of nowhere, but you know, you have to, wherever you're at, you have to acclimate your mind, or you have to, what do you call it? What does 7 of 9 always say from Voyager? You accommodate, you acclimate, you know?
Yeah.
And so then I put myself in the mind state of I'm a loner. I'm here. I'm just doing my thing.
Yeah.
And then, you know, so it's something I need to work on. I need to be better at being more consistent at coming in, seeing live, because just like Nate just said, it does make a difference, man. You know, and so many times I think it doesn't make a difference. It doesn't matter if I go live or not. What does it matter? You know, I've got things to do. No one's going to care. There's a million other people they can go watch. It doesn't matter. But Nate just said it does. And so that right there tells me, okay, Todd, you need to change, always be changing, and put that into your mind state and say, okay, I need to, because there's people out there that, you know, it works for. So
I think not only is your lives awesome because they're so encouraging and so entertaining, but personally, like here's fruit of your lives you probably didn't even know about. I've made personal friends just hanging out in your chats. I met Kelly Hip Flippin Mama there. I met Destiny there, the Shamrock Pixie. I met Tommy the Bargain Effect there, and these are all people that I'm really good friends with to this day.
Mm-hmm.
And I met all three of them just hanging out in your chats.
Yeah, that's neat to hear that I can bring people together, that people have been brought together. In a little tiny way in the world, I've made a difference. It's awesome.
Yeah,
absolutely. It feels good. So,
and that's a testament of just how your show is. How encouraging it is, how friendly your chat is. Look, even my wife stopped in to say hello today.
Good morning, man.
Shows rank, Todd.
What's up, Ashley?
Good morning, Ash.
Gotta give Ashley a wrench, man.
I know. I'm gonna give you a wrench. She don't even know what a wrench is, to be honest with you, but I'm gonna give her one.
And thank you for letting Anthony use your messenger to go back and forth with me.
Oh yeah, I know. Sometimes like it's a bit much for her. She's like, "Can't these people just text you?"
Right.
Like, especially the people I'm real close with that have my phone number.
It was funny. I was on Facebook before coming on the show, and I seen a post from on Ashley's Facebook, and it says, "I'm excited to wear these." And every time I do anything, I'm talking to Anthony, or whatever. So I saw a pair of Minnie Mouse Ugg boots, and I'm thinking, I don't know if it doesn't look right on Anthony. And I'm like, wait a minute, that's got to be Ashley posting that. I hope.
Yeah, I don't post anything on there. The only thing I do is like I'll post to like the Facebook groups, like the reselling stuff. And I'll use the messenger to like send links and stuff like that, or just to BS with people that I'm like close with. But yeah, for the most part, it's her Facebook, and I just stay off of it. I really only use it for YouTube purposes. But I've been considering getting my own just for the purposes of the YouTube channel. But I just don't like to be on Facebook. It's always been a toxic environment for me. You know what I mean? Like, something we were talking about before the show started was just like headspace and not letting certain things in. So that's the main reason that I deleted my Facebook page whenever I had one, and I use Ashley's for like those positive aspects of, doing YouTube and stuff like that. But I really don't need one personally. I use Instagram a lot, but that's basically lately it's been to upload all my Disney pictures, but before that it's basically just a shrine of my dogs and cat. Hey, what's up, Zahir? Thanks for stopping in, man. Glad you're here.
What's up, Z?
Yeah, I about 2 months ago, my Facebook is deleted. It's not on my phone. It's still up there. I didn't delete it completely because every once in a while you want to go back, grab a picture or something. That's the bad thing, is that's where a lot of pictures are from the last 10 years,
right?
But that's off. My Instagram is still up, but it's not on my phone. It's gone. And Twitter, gone. Basically everything except YouTube.
Yeah,
I'm not on. I shut everything out and just focused on me and what I have to accomplish. Yeah. And because otherwise you're always watching everybody else do what they're saying they're doing or they want to do. And it's like, okay, I'm wasting time. I mean, sometimes it's not a waste of time. You can learn, but sometimes you just have to say, you know what? Me sitting here watching someone else live their dream is not going to fulfill mine. So I need to shut it off and move forward. It's just the bottom line. It sounds mean sometimes, but it is what it is.
That's definitely true. Like with me, with working, being part-time, it's hard to really sit and just watch stuff because I got stuff to do and stuff like that. So it's a little bit easier, I would say, for myself to stay very disciplined. But if I would go full-time, man, like, I'd be trying to watch YouTube all the time. I'd be on Facebook and this and that. And I really, ever since I started reselling, I still use Facebook, but I really kind of like only when necessary. You know what I mean? Instead of, well, I'm bored to scan through and see what so-and-so's doing. Let's, see what someone's talking, stuff about somebody, and just kind of be in the mix of everything. So I'm trying to learn to, really use my time as most efficiently as I can where I'm able to enjoy some things, but I'm not the negative things or the things I shouldn't be putting my time towards.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. And that is a lot harder whenever you're full time and basically you're like, for me, I just sit in the basement most of the day unless I'm out sourcing, which like this week and last week I've actually done a good bit of sourcing since I've been away, in Disney for 10 days. And then I came back and did the whole holiday thing. So like I'm back to not being able to move my chair because there's so much stuff that needs like to be listed and or sent into Amazon. So that's a good thing though, because my US Amazon stock is basically empty. I might have a couple bad buys in there, but other than that, I'm pretty much on E. So I need to put together a Amazon shipment ASAP.
I'm gonna show my Amazon. This is a rarity for me as well as I was doing. I got to get a shipment in there ASAP. I was looking at it before the show, and like 2 days before Christmas, it just went. Wow! Look at that. It's like what the heck happened here? We went to like $300-$400 days, $200 days to 20, 19,
Yeah.
10.
Yeah, I have so little stock in Amazon right now that the last sell I had was on the 23rd and it was for like $8. So like, yeah, I'm like, I definitely need to get stuff into Amazon right now. Like being away for 10 days and then taking holiday time, like really kind of crippled my Amazon momentum. But I have the stuff I have to send in is stuff that I know is going to sell quick.
So Anthony, let me ask you this. Did you put your store on like vacation mode, or did you shut it down for 10 days?
I just extended the handling to 10 days.
Okay.
And I didn't do vacation or anything. Yeah, it worked out great. I got home too late to ship like Christmas gifts because that was the problem. We got home on the 20th, which was the last day for first class. So I had to upgrade a lot of people on my dime to priority because I thought I would have enough time to get the first class stuff out, but I didn't factor in that it'd be like rush hour traffic when I was trying to get home from the airport. So it took us forever to get home. So I just paid a little bit extra out of my pocket to make sure people would get their gifts in time for Christmas, and I upgraded them for free to priority.
Nice. Yes. On that note, that is one thing that I've started doing is I'll give people more than one option. I used to just give them like, if it's first class, you can go first class. Or if it's going to be priority, you get priority. Now I give them parcel select as a first one if it's heavy, and then priority. They'll 99% of the time pick parcel select, and then when I go to ship it through eBay, you get your savings. So then I'll upgrade it from parcel select, which is 3 to 9 day or whatever, to priority for another 20 cents or 50 cents, sometimes $1. But you upgrade it for whatever, and then they get it that much faster, and then they're just blown away. They're just like, wow. Awesome. Yeah. And it doesn't cost you but 20 more cents, and in the grand scheme of things, you have a happy customer. Yeah.
That's actually a really good thing. I should probably think about doing that. Have you seen an increase in sales since you've offered multiple?
Yeah. I didn't think people use parcel select. That's why I never offered it. And then someone had said to try it. So I started doing it, and and then in my feedback, that's where the proof is at, because people are like amazing, outrageous speed, ultra fast or whatever. And it's like, that's because you didn't expect it. You thought it was going to be 10 days, and here it is 2 days. So yeah, it's pretty cool.
That's awesome, man. I'm going to try to do that. I got to mess with my business policies and see what I can do. Those are the little nuances of eBay that you never really consider. Would it make a big difference offering many different options? Because for me personally, like if I'm ordering something, I'm cheap. I'm going to try to get the cheapest shipping possible. Now my wife, she's so accustomed to the Amazon, like you'll have it the next day or in 2 days. Me, I don't really care. Like whenever I go through like eBay, I'm always filtering like cheapest cost and shipping. You know what I mean? And I'm trying to find like the best deal possible. But yeah, I mean, I would imagine some people quickness is more important as well.
Yeah, even on like if it's a first class, I'll still put priority as a second option because maybe they really, really need it. But
Yeah.
I don't know, is it going to get there any faster, really?
Well, first class is 2 to 3 days, and priority is just 2 days. So I
Right.
guess with priority, you have the guarantee that it's in 2 days. But
Yeah.
depending on how close it is, first class you'll probably get it in 2 days as well.
I've seen priority 3-day on a couple packages
Yeah, I was just
too,
going to say
which
that,
is
Nate.
kind of rare, but you do
Yeah.
see it. It's mostly like, I guess, down like from Pennsylvania to like say Arizona or Texas, I think sometimes, depending on where. But like down in that like farthest region from us, basically,
Yeah.
I'll see it sometimes, but it's not very often.
Yep.
Yeah. You know what? I've noticed that on like sometimes whenever I print out like Mercari labels or like Poshmark labels. I haven't really seen it a whole lot though. Whenever I've been printing out like eBay labels and stuff like that, I don't know if maybe it's just because Mercari and since like if you buy their labels, maybe they get it at a cheaper rate going for 3-day. I don't really know.
Yeah, they might have it set up that way, maybe, or something.
Hey, Anthony, I want to say hi to a bunch of people, man.
Yeah, please do.
I can't believe there's 37 people here. First, I want to say thank you to Thrifty Christie. She sent me a bunch of stuff, and this is one of the shirts that she sent me. It's a Banana Republic, purple and black. It's pretty sweet. So thank you, Thrifty Christie. I appreciate that. I want to say hi to, hey, Mike McCluskey. I'm not sure who you are, but thanks for being here. D Cells, Reselling Addicts. Michelle, thanks for being here. Bluegrass Picker, thank you so much for being here. Flipping Crazy. Every day. Oh, there's Every Day I'm Hustling. I'm like, hey, how's it going? Jennifer Hayes, how you doing? Lisa, what's up? Lisa C, how you doing? I hope you're enjoying your coffee. Here's to you. Hit Flippin' Mama Kelly, thank you for being here. I appreciate you so much. I haven't talked to her in a long time, but we don't need to talk all the time. That's the thing is sometimes you don't have to talk to everybody all the time because we're good, man.
She speaks so highly of you too, Todd.
Really,
so
that's good. Yeah, it's because we're for real.
Yeah.
Ashley Callender, she was one of the first people in out of everybody in YouTube that had my phone number, my actual phone number.
Yeah.
And there's still only probably like 5 people that do. But hi, Ashley. Oh, I said hi to you. Alexis, thanks for being here. Just want to say hi to everybody. I'm just thankful that you're all here. So.
That was the real Ashley too.
Yeah, right.
Just me using her Facebook account.
Right, Matt BK Vending, thanks for being here. Harlan's Adventures, thanks for being here. Yeah, lots of cool people here, man. And I learned I've watched Harlan, but I've gone back to when I do watch that 10% I was talking to you about before the show.
Yeah.
Was that on the show? Either way, I do watch about 10% resellers. And I've gone back to my roots where I started when I first started watching, when I wanted to become a reseller. Who did I watch? Craigslist Hunter, Rally Roots, The Bearded Picker. These are the people, these were my core.
Yeah.
And so, I'm not in the chat, but I'm observing.
Yeah.
Or listening. So that's kind of what I've done. Because I figure if I want to grow, I'm a very tiny fish, man, minuscule.
Yeah.
But I'm trying, right? I'm swimming.
Yeah.
You got to watch the big fish and watch where do they swim,
Exactly.
So, and even if I only get an eighth of the way towards that, then that's cool. I'm good with that because right now I'm good where I'm at. So if I can just do a little better, then it's all good.
You're good, man.
Any positive growth is good growth. As long as you're good with yourself or what you're doing, that's good growth. You just want to grow every month, every day if you can. Well, even if it's just a little bit, just showing that you're evolving and you're getting, better at your craft at reselling.
Yeah. And you have a very strong core too. Like you have some very passionate followers. Like I'll definitely say that about you. So you're going to grow because you have so many people that are ready to ride and die with you.
I know, man. I know. And seeing so many times, I completely lose sight of that, Anthony. I hate to keep bringing up the last 6 months or whatever, but the last 6 months was crazy, man. Just nuts, right? And so it makes you step back and reevaluate, what's important, where do I need to allocate my time? What do I need to do? everything changed. And when that change happened, that's when you guys stopped seeing me. Just because I was like, okay, I need to put my energy elsewhere. And then I kind of let everybody down. I felt like I let a lot of people down because I wasn't there. So yeah, main thing is I know there's people out there that they get me, man. Whatever that me is, they get it. And now I just need to do my part, hold up my end of the bargain of being blessed with whatever it is that people get, and do it and be here for you guys and be more consistent, whether I want to or not. Because the day that I don't want to is the day that someone's really going to be like, man, I needed that dude to say that stupid funny thing or sing that goofy song, because it helped change how I felt, so that's something I need to be more conscientious about. And like I said, man, always be aware and try and be better.
That's exactly how I felt at work yesterday. Like, and I seen you on when I was on break, and I'm like, I'm gonna go see Todd, see what he's doing. And it's just the positivity and about you, and the last 6 months that you had, you went through a very, very tough time. A lot of people probably would have quit YouTube, and who knows what would have happened if that would happen to me. Like, that would have really tested me as a man, as a business owner, as a family man, and you didn't let that defeat you. You know what I mean? You reduced it some, which I understand, but you're still positive, which is amazing, because after all that negativity and bad luck that you kind of had, you're still doing you. You're still positive, and you're still, you're still you. You know what I mean? And that's what I admire about you.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Sorry, I was going to say.
Guess
Go ahead. I was going to say, it's those trials and tribulations, the speed bumps, the roadblocks, the walls, the slam doors, the adversity, whatever it is that's thrown at you. All those things are your foundation. If you have nothing to stand on and no reason, okay, because those things give you validation as far as, look, I can look back and say, okay, I overcame this. This happened to me, and I moved past it. Okay, well, then that makes my mind say, okay, well, then you can do this next thing, because this next thing you're trying to accomplish is nothing compared to what you just did or what you just overcame. So it's fuel to the fire. So you have to have adversity. You have to have bad things happen. Maybe not necessarily bad, but it's going to happen. It's called life, man. And how you respond to these things is going to determine where you end up. So am I positive 99 or 100% all the time? No, man, not even close. I'd say 80% of the time. The other 20% of the time, I'm battling just like everybody else.
Yeah.
Right. So.
Absolutely. I've always heard the analogy that life is 90% of how you handle things and 10% of what actually happens. You know what I mean? Because like we have the choice, you know what I mean? Like to roll over and die, or we have the choice to rise above and overcome. And I personally, like, you're a role model to me, Todd. I don't know if I've ever even told you that, but you're somebody that I look up to a lot as far as content creating, and it's just as far as a human being. You know what I mean? Like, I was listening to K-Love the other day, and they said that Minnesota was voted one of the nicest people places, like where people were from. And I was like, I totally see that. That's where Todd's from. You know what I mean? That was the first thing I thought of. Like, oh, well, Todd lives in Minnesota. Of course, they're like the nicest people there.
Todd is the Michael Jordan of positivity. So
you really are, man. Like, you're a great man of faith. You're just a great man of character, and like, I appreciate that about you. One of the first lives I was ever in on your channel, somebody said they were going through some kind of surgery or something in your chat, and like out of nowhere, you just stopped and you prayed for that person. So like, I was like, okay, this guy really cares about the people that are here. You know what I mean? And he's just like a genuine human being. And that was what, like, I was like, yeah, subscribe. Like, I need to, be a part of what this guy's doing.
Yeah, I appreciate that. Yeah, you should never be afraid to show your faith. That's just how I was raised, and that's just me. Showing gratitude. That's something that I hear a lot about in different videos, and I try and practice that every morning. I'm like, well, when I wake up, I'm like, okay, thank you for my brain. Thank you for the fact that I can form a thought and understand it. Thank you for my speech. Thank you for my eyes. Thank you for my arms. Thank you for everything.
Yeah.
Because there's so many people out there that say, man, if I only had both eyes, if I only had both legs, if I only had this one thing, I could do anything. And a lot of us sitting here watching have all these things, right? So if we're thankful for them and then try and just utilize them the best we can, everything's going to go the way it's supposed to go. And even when things go bad, that's the way it's supposed to go. You know, it's part of your story. You know, if there were no struggles, there would be no story. There would be no reason to say, hey, Todd, you know, I look up to you, because if I didn't do anything or didn't overcome anything, why? Right? Yeah. So out of bad, there's always a grain of good, man.
Absolutely.
Yep.
For sure. Yeah, there's so many awesome comments right now, just like with people talking about how much you like them, how much of an inspiration you've been, and that's a testimony of itself right there, is just all of these people that are in the chat that you've affected their lives. So that's amazing.
That is crazy, man. Thank you guys. I appreciate it, because when I'm feeling down, man, I feel down sometimes. These are the things that are going to fuel me. I'll look back and say, Todd, remember that time? Yep. So thanks, guys.
Reseller King speaking some things into being, Nate. You see that?
I see that.
I believe Nate will be over 5K by the end of 2020.
I was thinking more like
it's possible
2.5, maybe like 5.
Ride your coat, Nate, all the way to that 5K.
That's the one thing too. Like if that would even happen, which I really don't think it will, but if it does, anybody who's supported me or with me, especially you, Anthony. I mean, you've been my road dog since day one. So I'd bring us all. You know what I mean? Anybody support, of course, they'd be able to still do the same thing we always do. So share each other out, sub-deal each other, and support each other.
Just as I said in a video I recorded the other day at Goodwill, I didn't release it yet, but you're my boy, Blue. There was a copy of Old School there, and like first thing that popped in my mind was you.
I love that movie, man.
Yep.
It's probably in the top 5 of movies that I would pull off my shelf and watch and watch. That and Tommy Boy would be probably like, one of the top few that I'd watch no matter what. I'll be 90 years old if
Tommy Boy is so classic.
If I could put it on DVD still somehow, I'm sure like all DVDs and everything will be digital, like in the air.
It's definitely good that way.
But I'm definitely going to hide a DVD player somewhere for me to play those.
Yeah, definitely. Thank you to everybody who has said in the chat that you've subscribed to Todd. I appreciate that. If anybody isn't subscribed, I'd take it as a personal honor if you would go and subscribe to him. Just because like he's one of those guys that I love to watch, and I'm honored that he's even on the show today. So go show him some love. I've met fantastic people just by being in his chat. So it's a place you want to be. Like I can give you a personal testament to that.
Yeah, there's just so many cool people, man. And what's crazy is the fact that you can remember so many people's names. Like everybody, you put their name together with their screen name.
Hey, you taught me to spell Destiny's name.
DESTINIEDEST. That's the only way I could remember how to spell it. That's why I did it. Because I was always misspelling it. Yep. Craig, what's up, Craig? Swamp Picker, he's Mr. 100. He's my 100th subscriber.
That's awesome.
Yep. And Key Lime Kisses, I don't know if she's here or not. I haven't been watching the chat too much, but she was my first. So it's very cool.
That's awesome.
I don't know who my 1000th was. Nor my 100. Yesterday I hit 1,438, which for me is 1438. So it was kind of a big deal when I hit that number on.
Yeah.
And then it went up. But I did get a screenshot of it, so that was kind of fun.
That's really cool, man.
Yeah.
Do you want to talk about 1438? Some of the people that maybe don't know who you are, and
I suppose, yeah. Okay, so if you guys didn't know, I'm an older dude. I've been around since the pager days, the beeper days. I graduated high school in 1991, which makes me 40 something. Anyway, back in the old days, we used beepers, little Motorola beepers, to communicate, and we just thought we were cool. And so the girls would communicate with the boys, and if they wanted to tell you "I love you," they would say 1438. And so the 1 is obviously I, 4 is LOVE, U, YOU, 8 is infinity, so 1438. It was something that was, pretty prevalent back in the 80s, early 90s, and then of course pagers went away. But I brought that back last year or something, and now there's people out there wearing 1438 shirts, drinking 1438 coffee. And it's pretty cool, man. It's a thing now.
That is really cool.
Yeah, for sure.
I miss beepers. Those were so cool.
Yeah, my code is 505. My code was always 505 because I was always in trouble.
Yeah, I know how that goes.
Yep. My best friend Dave was 777. Yeah. So whenever I see those numbers, like even my digital clock, the one that doesn't work in there, it's like the old flip kind, it's set to 505. When I see 505, it's just weird. I see numbers a lot. I don't know if you guys ever see numbers, but I see numbers.
Couple of bargaineffect in the house. He's not feeling too good today.
Man.
Definitely be praying for you during Bible study, my man. I'm gonna write that down actually.
Tommy Tom.
I know for at least us in PA, the weather's been crazy. It's got my kids sick 3 or 4 times in the last month. It seems they just keep sharing the cold or whatever because the weather keeps going from 30 to 50 to 60 to 20. It just jumps around, and I was even feeling a little ill yesterday, but I battled through it. My body's just used to getting banged around, I guess, and being sick, and immune system all screwed up.
Good morning, D.
That is one good thing about being a reseller is if you don't ever leave the house, you never have to interact with anybody very rarely, except for the post office and sourcing. So,
you
don't have to get germs.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's definitely a perk of the job.
Yep. Is anyone else in the chat, or have you guys had to do any snow blowing?
No.
Not yet.
No.
We don't. Luckily, we're not as north as you, so you guys get it much worse than us. We still get it pretty bad in the winter, but we've had a pretty mild winter so far. Hopefully that will stay that way.
Yeah, snow blowing.
Couple said snow blowing. They're in Florida. So.
Oh yeah. Actually, this snow is piled up so high out there on my lawn. I was telling you, it's 5 feet high. And there's piles that are higher than that. My father-in-law is going to drive in from the farm tomorrow with the tractor, and he's going to bring the loader in, knock it down, and push it back to make room for the next, because we've got a lot of winter left, and there's no room to pile anymore. It's so it's going to be a crazy spring.
I can imagine
when everything thaws. Yep.
Yeah, we usually get it a late. We usually get a late snow or whatever, and then spring comes. But it's always the last minute thing. So it's all right, come on, Mother Nature, where you at? Let's get this over with.
Yeah.
We'll get creamed 8 inches of snow.
Shane's from Minnesota as well. That's cool.
Nice.
I almost moved to Minnesota right out of college, but I met my wife instead.
It's weird how. It's not weird. It's the facts that one choice changes everything, man. One choice can take you this way or can take you that way. And I've actually sat down and determined, how did I end up here? How did I end up here? And I backtracked it all the way to high school, to my junior year, because you guys want to hear the story?
Yeah,
sure.
If you want to hear the story, okay, here's the story. In high school, I was more of a goof off. I was not scholastic. Of course, I graduated, but I was not the scholastic. I was more having fun, doing my thing,
Yeah.
Anyway, so the summer prior to my senior year, I had to go to summer school or I wasn't going to graduate. I had to go. So I went to summer school. I took an English class. I took a typing class. And that is how I graduated. Well, so had I not been a mess up, I wouldn't have went to summer school. Had I not went to summer school, I wouldn't have met a friend of mine, and we became friends. Her name is Amy. I won't give her last name out, but her name is Amy. We were friends. And then we both worked at an amusement park called Illich Gardens in Colorado, down in Denver, and for 2 summers. And then her mom had a really good job at this place called Cobe Laboratories. And so after we graduated, she got a job there, and it was like $15 an hour. And we were just kids, like 18, making $15 an hour, like, dang. So working there, and then this new girl started, and then we became friends. Fast forward, got married. Fast forward, moved here. So had I never been a mess up, never went to summer school, never met Amy, never worked at that place, it all goes back to summer school.
That's awesome.
Yep.
That's really cool.
My friend Amy. But either way, I'm glad it did. And everything, like I said, one choice, man. You know?
Yeah.
Or 2 or 10.
That's just like me with reselling. Like I would have never even knew. Like I knew about reselling, but I didn't know that it could be something someone can turn into a business. Like not just something small where I'm just getting by, but like something bigger. It could possibly be. So I was watching vaping videos, funny or not, but and the next day I got a suggestion of somebody who was reselling, who's doing like, I think it was either a storage locker or something similar to that. And then I watched another video, and then it was him thrifting at Goodwill, and I'm like, wait a minute, he's making all this money on these shirts or whatever? And I was hurt. So like I was looking for something to, help with some income till I got back on my feet, literally, and got able to go back to work. And because I was on workman's comp, and here I am. I mean, it's crazy how some things work out to, it almost, you stumble upon it, but then it turns into something that you're like, oh my god, if I didn't have this knowledge or got hurt, would I ever been in this space or in this situation? Probably not, to be honest. I'd probably been working that same job, which I'm still working at now, but my goal is to hopefully by the end of 2020, I really, really hope, like that's a huge goal, to, be full-time. And, like I would still be trying to like pursue something there and hopefully move up the chain, which we all know how that usually works. So yeah, man, it's crazy how things just kind of line up and come together,
Yeah, I definitely agree. It's just awesome too. Like when you think about divine appointments of things like that happening, Dodd can trace it all the way back to, being in school, being a goof off. You can trace it all the way back to being hurt. And like for me, just getting into reselling has been, it's been transformational. Because I was in a lull too. Like my church had closed. You know what I mean? I was selling stuff at a flea market just to like kind of make ends meet because, number one, like I hate to admit it, but like I'm disabled, and number two, I had no income, so I needed to do something, And in that time, that's when I found this community, and like I talk about it all the time, but like connecting with Lonnie's channel as early as I did, like really, really taught me the basics about how to actually do eBay, because I'd listed for somebody on eBay 10 plus years ago, and today eBay is like a completely different eBay than it was back whenever I was doing it. The way I was doing it before, you had to like actually have a camera, take pictures, you needed to download everything into the thing. It's easier, but there's a lot more involved with it today. So like I just like stumbled right into, basically the honey hole of eBay knowledge, and from there it was like I just hit the ground running. I started my channel and I met all of you awesome people. and it's really given me that community back that I had whenever our church was still open. You know what I mean? And I had all these awesome, positive people in my life that, you know, that I could interact with all the time. You know, like obviously I could still go to church today and do all that, but it's different whenever it's your own business. You know what I mean? Like obviously the church is God's business, but I was the person that he let run the business for him. You know what I mean? I was kind of like the Adam he put in the garden to like tend it for him, you know? So now he's given me this new thing to steward, and it's just awesome. So
yeah, reselling. Cool. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
I was just going to say reselling has been a blessing because it's given me a life. You know, I didn't go right from being a mess up to becoming a reseller. You know, I had a whole life of different jobs that, you know, I was in the car business and insurance guy and all these different things that, you know, I climbed the ladder. I was a finance manager. I did these things, and none of it made me happy. I was just chasing. And I was gone, you know, chasing. And it wasn't good. So reselling has given me a life, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. And it's nice that it's like a life on your own terms too. You know what I mean? Like if something's going on, you have the flexibility to do it, you know? And that's nice. Go ahead.
There are no limits. That's the thing, is there is no ceiling. You create your own limits. So now, you know, if I want to work 24 hours a day to make my dream happen, it's on me, right? But if you're going, you know, if you don't want to work hard for yourself, or what is that saying I said, or that I heard something about, if you don't want to work on your dream, then get a 9-to-5 and help someone work on theirs, right? Because that's every time I was going to the dealership, the owners were making cash. Every time I sell a car, I'm making a minuscule part, and they're making the cash. Right. And I was like, you know what? Something just doesn't jive here, you know? So I think the main thing is just be happy, know your limits, and focus on what's important, which is happiness and time. Because at the end of it all, it doesn't matter what you accumulate. It doesn't matter. Right. You know, what you have is what you've left in everybody else. Those memories, thoughts, be it good, bad, or otherwise, you know? So that's where I'm at. And I'm all over the place, guys. And people that watch me know me. Man, my mind is over here. I'm over here. My mind is just a million miles an hour.
I think that's how a lot of resellers are. We're so, I know I am, like, where I'm thinking about this, and then I'll be like, oh, I got to do this and this. It's just part of the business. And it's like kind of like with a lot of us, probably the makeup of a reseller, basically, because we think outside the box. That's why we're trying to get out of the 9-to-5, or we're already out of the 9-to-5, and we're trying to make our own destiny because we think out of the box. If not, and we're not that type of way, we would, just like you said, we would work for somebody else to create their dream.
Yeah, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with working a regular job. That's great, man. I love it. I loved a lot of the places that I worked at. My wife, she's the boss at her job, and if I made $10 million, she would still work, because it's not about the money for her. It's about what she does. She makes a difference one person at a time with her employees, with her customers, and she's loved and respected in the community. I mean, everywhere. And so for her, it's not about the monetary. And so we live a humble life and are very happy.
Yeah.
What do you need?
Sorry.
Go ahead.
I was going to say my wife is the same way. She's in nursing, so she makes a huge difference. A lot of the people she deals with are cancer patients, stroke patients, end-of-life care. So she's really gets to be a light in the darkness there. She also does in-home health on the side. And as much of a blessing as she is sometimes to the clients she has, the lady she's with now is just as much of a blessing to her, as far as just almost like this lady has just been like a godsend to her in a sense. You know what I mean? Like it's like the remedy that she needed for her own soul is to be, you know, kind of paired up with this lady. So it's been really cool for me to watch, you know, her grow as a person, you know, as somebody who's in nursing, and just to kind of see the fulfillment that she gets from her work. I tell her all the time she's a workaholic and she needs to scale back her hours, but she loves what she does so much that she's willing to go from the hospital to an overnight shift, you know, home health, just because she loves the people so much, and she just loves being used in that manner to really just help somebody who really isn't able to help themselves. So I'm proud of her for that, because that takes a special person to be able to do that type of work, especially she's getting ready to go to nursing school in September. The hospital she works at will pay for it and everything. So like she's going to get it completely free. And what she wants to eventually do is be a hospice nurse and help people with like end of life care. And like she's perfect for it. You know what I mean? Like, because she has ministry training and everything too. So I don't know the logistics of what she can and can't do, but she has a heart for that type of stuff, you know. And I know a lot of people wouldn't be able to be with people that are constantly dying and everything like that. So it takes a special person to like really have a heart for people in that stage of their life, and to really be there to be a blessing and a help to them.
Yeah, my wife worked at personal care homes as well, and the worst part about it is exactly what you said. Like, you'll grow a relationship with these people, and you grow fond of these people because you see them every day and you're taking care of them, and then next you know they're gone, and then you know my wife would come home crying every once in a while because she would have such a strong bond with this person, or she actually knew this person, because you know my hometown isn't very big, so you know everyone kind of knows everyone. So it was rough. It was very, very rough.
Before we had our recovery homes, my wife did just strictly in-home health, and she's had several clients pass away just over the years, because she's been in nursing almost the entire time I've known her, like probably close to 15 years already. So she's been in this field for a while, and she's had several people she's been really close with pass away, and to this day she still keeps up with their family and everything like that. Just because like when you're with somebody all that time, you almost build that type of relationship where you almost kind of become family, you know, because she's with a lot of these people more than she's with me.
Right.
You know, I get jealous of the time she gets to spend with them. So I'm like, hey, I'll pay you $20 an hour just to stay home, you know. But yeah, I'm proud of her, you know. Like, it's something that I wish I could be to somebody, you know.
Yeah. That's good.
That's awesome, Tiosa. Lisa says, y'all have helped me gain personal strength. So much change this year. I don't know that I would have had the strength to make the decisions I have made for the better if I didn't have this. That is awesome. And that's one of the reasons I love being on YouTube, is because I like being a positive person that's able to do whatever I can to help people. You know, a part of me like was built to be a pastor and to pastor people and to help them through difficult things. So to hear that makes me really happy. And I'm sure that Todd's probably played just as big a role. And, you know, Nate's always very encouraging too. Plus he has an awesome beard. That beard helps me, you know, get out of bed in the morning.
Brought to you by Lime Tamer.
Lisa, you're awesome though, seriously.
That's why I love the community, man. We all help each other. We're all here for each other. We want all, you know, we want each other to do well and to progress and to whatever goals and things that you know we all have. I mean, everyone's goal is different. Everyone's business is different, but we all try to give little nuggets here and there to make their business just a little bit better.
Yeah.
There's
Sure.
there's no perfect model. There's no perfect situation. Everyone's situation and business is different, and that's what's amazing about this.
Yeah. And I've made so many good friends just doing this too. Like it's amazing. You know what I mean? Like just the friendships that I've built. Like to think that I literally now have friends all over the world. It's crazy. Like I'll be talking to people sometimes, and something will come up in conversation. Oh yeah, I have a friend over there. They're like, you have a friend like in Australia? It's like,
Really?
You have a friend in the United Kingdom? Yeah, I have several. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it just like people all over the world, and it's cool that I can. And people always say, "Wow, like your chats are like a sea of blue." It's like, yeah, because those are my friends. You know what I mean? Like the people that are in here that have blue wrenches, like those are people that I trust on this channel. Those are people that I've interacted with for a number of months or however long, and like you guys have genuinely become my friends.
I have to say hi to Perlini. I saw she said hi several times up there. Hi, Perlini. Hi. Hello, Precious. Perella's Precious. Thanks for being here. I try and be on that, but I'm bad. So what do you guys got going on tonight? I know we'll probably be asleep before the new year pops in, but what do you guys got going on? Anything planned?
My night is going to be very boring. I have my wife working. It's a split shift, but it really isn't. Like I guess there was a person that was scheduled to work 2 hours with her client that she's with today. So she's going to work till I don't know if it's like 3:30 or something like that, and then she has to be back at like 5:30 or something. It's something super weird like that. And then she'll be there till like 10 or 10:30. So she'll be getting home like right before 11 o'clock probably, and she's probably gonna like crash because she has to be at the hospital tomorrow. So she'll be waking up at like 4 in the morning to go there. So she'll probably be crashed before the new year even comes in. So for me, I'm just gonna be chilling. I'll probably be watching whoever's live tonight. Tommy wants to do a New Year's live. Yeah, absolutely. You doing that on your channel, Tommy? Because I'll join you because, like I said, I'm just going to be hanging out at the house, and my wife's going to be crashing the minute she gets home. So outside of probably going to the post office today, I'm probably just going to be hanging out on YouTube and listing. So I have a very boring New Year's ahead of me. Although tomorrow I'm going to have my mom and Ashley's grandma up, and we're going to cook and kind of just hang out, probably watch some movies and stuff. My mom likes watching those Medea movies. So every time she's coming up, I always try to check all the streaming apps to see if there's any like Medea stuff for her to watch or whatever. Yeah, Tommy, if you schedule something and you feel up to it, drop it in the chat so that people can, make sure that they watch it tonight. Because I'll definitely jump on with you.
I got to work until probably, I'm going to guess 8, because I have to go in at close to 12. Set my normal 1 o'clock start time, and I'll be at work, I guess, till 8, unless, it's that dead where I'm just either just sitting there making money or they just tell us to go home. So I don't know what it's going to be like today, because last Tuesday for maybe Christmas Eve, we were extremely busy, which I thought we'd have been dead because there was nothing going out, but who knows? So for me, it's going to be, whenever I get home, 8 o'clock ish, I'm going to guess, and then just spend time with the kids and family, and probably do some listening and stuff. It's nothing fantastic.
Okay,
so all those sound perfect to me, man. Home, family, safe.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that is true.
Yep.
Alexis said she's still trying to upload her Premiere. Last upload had a glitch. Anyone who wants to join, please come over at 11:15 Eastern. So here's what we're going to do, Alexis. I'm going to cut this off around 11:14. That way everybody is there for the start of your Premiere. because you are an awesome person, and I want to make sure that you get the full support of the show and all the people watching. So we will cut off right before your premiere starts, and then we will all come over and show you some love.
I'm glad she started making videos, man.
Yeah.
I remember she's like, I don't have a channel. Or I've got a channel, but I don't have any subscribers. Or what did she say? Either way, I was her first subscriber. And I was like, just do it. There's nothing to it but to do it.
Yep.
Just do it. And then she did it. She's like, I did it, Todd. I did it. It's good. And so yeah, it was neat to see that.
And you know what? From somebody who's just starting, having the backing of somebody that you watch and respect like that means everything. Whenever I first started Picksburgh, I had my other channel, which used to be called Celender Ministries. We changed it to Flip and Hope. That's where we do Bible study now. So that was basically just a place I posted sermons. Like I had like no subscribers. I wasn't even creating content. But Lonnie inspired me to start a channel. So I told him like the exact same thing. I was the first sub on Picksburgh just because I had that other channel that I was using, and Lonnie was sub number 2. And just having somebody that inspired me come and sub to my channel and, you know, really just encourage me to continue with it, like meant the world. So like I'm sure that you are that person to her, and you know that like coming from somebody that's experienced that, it means a lot.
Kelly, the ECOM on Ward's going to be dropping a video too, so make sure everyone is sub to her and make sure that bell is ringing.
Yeah,
I would love to see what she got cooking.
Yeah, Kelly does a lot of Amazon too, and she knows her stuff. So I'm real curious to see what you got, Kelly. Got any of them bolos for me?
I'm excited to see it.
Yep.
Oh,
okay,
so
Kelly's new videos linked in here too. Cool.
It's linked. I'm clicked on it, and it says, "Oh, it's tomorrow."
Oh, okay.
It says one waiting premieres January 1st. Thank you for coming, one and all. Okay, so she's in here now. This is for tomorrow.
Yeah, Kelly's awesome. She's good people. Okay, Destiny, you just sent me a message. Let me see it. Anytime that works for you, Destiny, works for me. I will totally leave that up to you guys. Just shoot me a link when you're ready, and I will gladly show up with bells on.
That is a term, right? I used that last night, and I was like, where did I hear that? Is it an old-timey term, bells and whistles, or I don't know.
I don't know where I heard that, but yeah, that's a term.
Yeah.
Oh, there's the Thrift Beast. What's going on, Chris? Good to see you, my man.
What's up, buddy?
I love his channel too. Like, he knows his stuff. Definitely.
One day he was out there listing, man. He was listing like gem after gem after gem. I was like, what in the world? He just had all this great stuff. I was like, man, I need to move to Canada or get some of his stuff now.
Dude, like I'm literally thinking about it. If this Canada package works out the way I think it's going to, I'm literally thinking about like taking Amazon trips to Canada.
Oh, nice. You could swing by, dude.
Dude, that would be, dude, I would love to meet you, Todd. Like, seriously, take you out for a dinner or something.
It's right there. Well, I'll cook you a cheeseburger.
Nice.
That used to be my thing, man. That first summer of doing YouTube, I'd be like, hey, you know what? I'm hungry. I'd be doing a live show.
Yeah.
I'd go outside, cook a cheeseburger, come back inside. I'd put you guys or put everybody at intermission. I don't know very many people that were doing intermission at that time. Like, okay, everybody, we'll be back in 5 minutes. And then I'd put it on the lava lamp and I'd walk away for 5 minutes, come back, and there's more people there. And I was like, what the heck's going on? This is awesome.
That is cool.
But I was doing long live working shows where I was you know, taking pictures, and that's what I need to get back into, is just set up the camera and work and interact, and people dig it. And before you know it, you have 50 pictures done or 50 items. Yep.
That's exactly what I want to do moving forward.
I love hangouts.
Yeah, just I do that. Me and Anthony do those, but also doing some videos like of stuff that I'm working on for my business, or ways that I do things, just to show my way of doing it. It might be better, or someone might relate to it better, I should say, I guess, than maybe the way someone else does it. Because there's a million ways to do it or describe it versus someone else the way they do it.
DC Cell says Anthony has done the grill cam before. Yeah, absolutely. I would do like 5-6 hour working hangouts, and it would be running to the point where my wife was going to be getting ready to come home, and like I'm the one who cooks dinner because she works such long hours. So like I'd be outside, like I'd go onto my phone, and sometimes I'd even change my name from Picksburgh to Chef Boyardee or something crazy like that, and just set up my phone and let people watch me cook. Okay, so Tommy has a link right here. It says, let's bring in the new year 2020 together. There's the link to his show. I will be on that with him and Destiny and whoever else they invite. So feel free to go ahead and set a bell for that. Tommy's lives are always really awesome. If you're not subscribed to him and Destiny, please do. Another quick shout out to Tommy. He's making me a Baby Yoda shirt. So I'm excited about that. I don't know if you guys have seen The Mandalorian yet, but like Baby Yoda's in it. They just call him the child, but it's essentially like the cutest thing ever. It's Baby Yoda. So he's making me a custom Baby Yoda shirt for when we go back to Disney.
Nice.
I'm pumped up about it.
You're going back to Disney?
Dude,
Like
yeah.
next year?
Like, dude, we're going for free in March.
What?
Yeah, my mom, she's been wanting to take me, my wife, and my 2 nephews to Disney for like a couple years now. So she's planning for like the end of March to just take us all to Disney.
Nice.
Because she's been promising me since I was like a baby that she was going to take me to Disney, and then I started taking my wife to Disney, and she's like, "Well, I still haven't taken you to Disney," and she wants to take my nephews while they're still young enough to appreciate it.
Mhm.
Well, I don't know that they really would appreciate the amount of money it's going to cost to go, but they will appreciate the experience of the Disney at that age. So it's going to be awesome. It really is. I'm excited for it. Me and my wife, we love traveling with my mom. Like a couple years, probably more than a couple years ago now, but we actually for Christmas bought my mom a cruise, and to this day she still says that was like the best week of her life, just getting to go experience paradise with us, because we took her to like the Bahamas and Mexico and all these different places on a Carnival cruise. And it was just great getting to see her unwind, because she's worked a minimum of 6 days a week my entire life, just trying to provide. And the crazy thing is, my mom, she works in physical therapy during the day. At night, she goes and does home health care for people. And then on Saturdays, she works at my aunt's beauty salon. So, like, she's been doing that my entire life. So, like, I give her such props. And that's probably where I've learned my work ethic, is just watching my mom, like, grind. We were never well off. You know what I mean? It was always a single parent income. You know what I mean? I have a dad, but like, my parents are divorced, and I don't get to see him very often because he kind of, he remarried. He has kind of a new life. But to me, that instilled a lot of respect for work, and a healthy work ethic is watching her get up and grind 6 days a week.
Mm-hmm.
So, and that's one thing she's always said about me, man. When you get your mindset on something, like, you just, like, my problem is, like, I'll grind so hard sometimes, like, it'll be bad for my health, so like I need to pump the brakes sometimes is where I need to be. But looks like we have, about 7 or 8 minutes before Alexis goes live. So is there any people in the chat that have any questions or anything you'd like to ask Todd? I also want to remind everybody that The Flippin Particles goes live at noon, so make sure you check her out as well. A couple of pickers had trolls last night. That sucks.
Oh, geez. Yeah, not a fan.
It's like the only downside of YouTube is the trolls.
I just have to say, I'll pray for you, man. Like there was a thumbs down before this even started. And I was like, okay, we got 4 thumbs up, 1 thumbs down, right on.
Yeah.
I'll pray for that person. Because to put a thumbs down on something that hasn't even occurred yet, obviously means they have a hate in their heart, man. That's too bad.
Kelly and I have actually prayed for trolls during our Bible studies that we do together. Just because, like, I've always heard the phrase hurt people hurt people. You know what I mean? So it's coming out of a deep place of hurt within themselves that's just manifested into anger and, backlash and all that stuff. So I personally believe the trolls do need prayer. You know what I mean? Like, because deep down they're just a hurt person that is lashing out because of that place of hurt.
Yeah, I always say, thank you for the people that love me, and a special thank you for the people that hate me.
Yeah.
Bless those people even more.
Yeah. Hey, good morning, Tracy. Good to see you. You guys don't know Tracy Uniquely Me. Definitely go check her out.
She's cool.
She is cool.
Tracy and Precious. And
what's up, Tracy?
All y'all.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Bolo Buddies is having a New Year's Day giveaway show. And I'm pretty sure Nate's a part of that, aren't you?
Yep. You'll see the Bearded Wonder. Me and I think 14 other people are giving away stuff. So come hang out, have a chance for some free cool stuff, and it's going to be a good time for sure.
Yeah.
I think it's at 10 Eastern, I believe. But if you click that link, it will click the bell, the reminder for that, and it'll show you the time. I believe that's what it is.
Chris has a question for Todd. What keeps you motivated to maintain your focus reselling?
So there's times where what keeps me motivated? A goal. One word, goal. Because I'll reach the goal and then I'll start lagging. I'll what do you call it? Resting on your laurels. Like, okay, now I reached my goal. Now what? It's like, woohoo. But you have to keep reaching. Okay, well, you want to do $1,000 this week. Now shoot for 1,500, shoot for 2,000. And as long as you plant that stake in the ground and then just do everything you can to reach towards it, when you go to bed at night, you're like, I did it. I didn't quite make it yet, but I'm halfway there and I did it. So just the thought of doing everything I can in the day so that when I lay down at night, I can say, I did it. I did the best I could, and so if I don't wake up tomorrow, it is what it is, and that's what it is, man. I always try and be better than I was yesterday. Do I always make it? No, but I'm always trying, and I'm always thankful for the opportunity when I do every day. Right now, opportunity, here it is. As soon as I get done with the show, guess what I'm going to do? I'll probably go upstairs and see my wife, but after that, I'll come back downstairs and go to work.
Yeah.
New Year's Day. No, it's another day. It's another chance, and it's another opportunity. So that's what motivates me, just trying to be a better person or trying to accomplish small goals that make me feel better and grow as a person and provide an income and have fun, man. I have so much fun. I turn on the music when you guys aren't here with me. I got the music going. I'm down here singing, dancing, even more than when I'm live, just having a great time, So I think you have to enjoy what you do and just put on the tunes, tune out the world, and work, have fun. Because in the end, when you put in that time, the screen time, last night I was thinking, I list until my arms tingle. You guys ever list until your arms tingle? Yeah. And YouTube, that's where I mingle. I had these different rhymes going through my head.
That's awesome.
So that said, guys, just try and be better than you were,
Yeah.
Just focus on who you want to be and then run towards it, because guess what? It's possible. You just have to believe that it's possible and it can be done.
Yeah.
Period.
Absolutely.
Whatever it is to you, I guess I should say. So that's it. Thank you guys for being here. I appreciate your time. And we're going to go check out.
I really do appreciate it.
Well, God bless you.
God bless you as well, my friend. Is that Tome or To Me? But either way, Tatters. You just go to the link that Nate dropped.
I'll drop it again.
If you could drop it again,
yep.
It'll be tomorrow all you need to do is just go hit the bell on the thing, and it'll remind you when it comes on. But guys, I really appreciate everyone being here. Alexis goes live, or I don't know if live or premiere or whatever. Here's the link for you, Tatters, right here. Go ahead and click that. Hit the bell. You'll be able to see all the everybody's giving away stuff. And I kind of already know what Nate has, and you definitely want what Nate's giving away. Here's the link to Alexis's premiere. We need to go and do a big ECOM and Beyond raid to her channel right now. If you're not subscribed to her, please do. Also, subscribe to Nate. I have his link down below. Tomorrow's show is going to be on his channel because he and I rotate every single day. So make sure you're subscribed to Nate. Make sure you hit the bell so that you can be a part of the show. And please go sub to Todd because you'll really love it. Yeah, Nate's the bearded guy. We call him the bearded wonder. He lion tamers it up. But guys, thanks again for being here. Definitely appreciate you all, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Bye, everyone.
See you later, guys. Take care.
Make that moolah.